This is actually going to be a really difficult video to make, so you're going to have to bear with me. There's a lot going on with this. So let's start with what's most important. It's very sad what happened to Otto Warmbier. It's not right. It's very wrong. It was evil for the sake of it. And I can't condemn it enough. That being said, to make the decision to want to go visit a country like North Korea, I understand that they have tourism there. I get that. But you better damn well know that you're in a country that is full of very bad, evil people. Not all of them. I'm sure many of the citizenry are wonderful. But the public officials, not so much. And you have to really mind your P's and Q's when you're there. You don't dare step out of line. Because if you do, you're fucked. And from what I saw of the evidence, it wasn't good evidence at all. You can't really tell if it's him or not. But nevertheless, if it's him, he chose to sneak onto a restricted floor and steal a propaganda poster with the image of the great leader on it. And if it wasn't him, somebody else chose to do that, and Otto died for their crime. But crime it was. As stupid as it is, nevertheless, in that country, crime it was. I think I had heard that they found the poster in his bag. That pretty much makes it him. You know? Whether somebody stole it and put it in his bag, try and sneak it through, I don't know. Whatever. But nevertheless, it's a bad situation when you're in a violent and severely oppressive country to go and do anything that might get you in trouble. And honestly, in those countries, you don't even have to do anything to get in trouble. They could just decide they want to make a political thing, and there you are, American. That's why I highly advise people to not do things like go to North Korea to visit. Like, that's... People are trying their best to get out of that country and go anywhere else. I'm sure there are people in North Korea that would be like, man, I'd go to Venezuela, because at least you can fucking run from Venezuela to anywhere else. You know? Like... So... It was a bad idea to go there at all. but he went. It was a bad idea to sneak on a restricted floor. And we don't know if he did or not. It was a bad idea to take the poster. We don't know if he did or not. Apparently I heard that he was warned about this sort of thing. Did it anyways. And honestly, I don't know what stories to believe or not. But the simple fact of the matter is, anytime you're going to a place like that, I don't want to say you're asking for it, but it's just not the most brilliant thing in the world to do. So, did he deserve to be beaten to the point where he had brain damage? No, I don't think so at all. Do I think that Kim Jong-un knew what was happening to him? It was one guy. And, I mean, it was a big thing. But I don't know. He may have known after it happened. He may have known while it was happening. Does it matter? He's an evil little man. He could have done it himself. What difference does it make? Because at the end of the day, what do you want? What do you want to do? Because we're not going to launch the next world war against North Korea, Russia, and China over a college student. What do you want to do? Do you want to drop negotiations for denuclearization? Restart that over a college student? What do you want to do? This is always the conundrum. This is probably the darkest and most horrible part of politics. Is that when this sort of thing happens, while people are trying to do good shit, it just fucks it up. Jamal Khashoggi happened while Saudi Arabia is trying to go through reforms. Or at least they're saying they are. And everybody's upset about this guy being killed. And that sucks. But what do you want to do? We're not going to attack Saudi Arabia over a journalist. We're not going to drop all of the things that we're trying to do to try and get North Korea to not be so evil over one college student. So what do you want to do? I understand the parents are upset. I understand that people are upset. And Donald Trump says he takes at face value what Kim Jong-un said about the guy. Probably because Donald Trump cannot come out and say, he said he's very sad about it. He said he didn't know about it. But I think he's a fucking liar. You can't say that. And then go have another summit with the guy to try and get them to denuclearize. So what do you want him to do? It sucks. Otto Warmbier fell into the wrong thing, the wrong place, at the wrong time, in the wrong situation. And his death is going to go unpunished because what do you want to do? I hate making these videos because I know what I'm going to hear in the comments, but none of you are going to answer my question. At least not with anything realistic. I'm just going to get told what an evil asshole I am because I don't care. Believe me, I care. But what do you want to do? We're not going to kick off a war with North Korea over one college student. It's never going to happen. Donald Trump is not going to come out and openly denounce the country that he is trying so hard to get to denuclearize so that we don't have to worry about them so much here. But when you go over there, you are putting your life literally in their hands. And they hate you. So, I mean, you've got a 50-50 chance. If you're going to North Korea to visit, you got about a 50-50 chance you're going to come back. You're relying on whimsy being in your favor. That they're not going to just scoop you up because you spit on a sidewalk or smoked a cigarette in public or took a poster. They will pick you up for anything just because they want to make an issue of it. Just because they want to embarrass an American. Just because they want to say you can't come here and do whatever the fuck you want. That's the difference between us and them. It's how you can tell, those of you who think you do, that's how you can tell you don't live in an authoritarian, totalitarian government run by a tyrant. Because we have people that are sneaking over this border daily, and they come into this country, get themselves lost, wind up killing somebody, and what do? They put them on trial, and then they either send them home or put them in prison. But you have to do something that's an actual crime. If somebody steals a poster off of a wall of Donald Trump, nobody's going to do shit. Because our great leader does not have a law demanding that kind of respect like they do in North Korea. It isn't a grave sin to take a poster of Donald Trump off of a wall. Because he's not a totalitarian dictator. You guys need to get this shit through your head. Kim Jong-un, he's a totalitarian dictator. And you're putting your life in their hands when you go to that country. And you've got a 50-50 shot of coming back. You better be damn lucky. Or damn good. Or know the language and all the customs. Like the back of your hand. Like, we're on the verge of war with that country. Probably don't want to go there. Don't want to go visit Venezuela. Don't really want to go to Brazil. Don't really want to go to Yemen, Syria, Egypt. Most of the Middle Eastern countries. You really don't want to go to Russia, I wouldn't think. Really don't want to go to China. Japan's fine. They're good people. Western Europe, for the most part, they're fine. Sweden, I would stick to the cities if you go to Sweden. Just saying. Like, people need to be cognizant of where they are in the world. And where the other places in the world are in relation to where they are in the world. It was a needless death on many levels. And it's sad that it happened. He should have been able to go there and visit, have a good time, come home, safe and sound. Should have. But nothing's going to happen. I'm predicting the same thing as with Jamal Khashoggi. Everybody's going to be upset. The Democrats are going to say that it's horrible that Donald Trump is defending Kim Jong-un, but they're not going to say what he should do, because there's nothing he can do. There's nothing he can do about it. There's nothing he can do about it. He committed a crime in a foreign country that's a dictatorship. They could have executed him live on TV right after he confessed. And what are we going to do? So the Democrats are going to use this as a political tool to make Donald Trump look like shit, and they already are. The Republicans are going to either not touch this with a 10-foot pole, because what do you say? Or they're going to defend Donald Trump because he's the head of the party and the head of the state. All the citizenry is going to get pissed off. It's going to further the divide. The parents are upset, and rightly so. The parents are angry, and rightly so. And the parents need to deal with their grief and get the fuck off of TV. Parents need to not use their son's death as a political tool. They need to grieve. And they need to try and find some sort of way to get on with life. As difficult as that would be. My heart goes out to them, but there's no need to take this pain and spread it around. Is it right that Donald Trump is saying that he believes Kim Jong-un? Morally? No. Politically? Yeah. But Donald Trump isn't a moral leader. He isn't a priest. He's not a rabbi. He's not an imam. He's not a fucking anything. He's the president. He is the government leader. He is the political leader. And he needs to make political decisions. Because the morality in political decisions goes far deeper than right and wrong. It would be right and just for Donald Trump to demand the heads of the people that killed this poor guy. But he ain't going to get that. And all that's going to do is piss off Kim Jong-un. And that's just going to destroy everything that's been done so far. If anything's even been done so far. You know, I mean... we don't even know how much truth they're fucking saying when they say that they're happy to be doing this. They could be playing us. This could be the political game for the Donald Trump presidency. The political game for the Obama presidency was, they have a weak president, let's see how far we can push them. Now we have Donald Trump. He is not a weak president. So, they're playing nicey nice. When fucking Bernie Sanders or Kamala Harris or any of the fucking other idiots get voted in, we're going to have a weak president again. And you know what? Missile testing every week. You wait. I betcha. But I'm telling you right now, an attack on North Korea is going to bring China and Russia to their defense. Because China and Russia are also shit fucking countries full of assholes in their upper echelons. And the dicks are going to fucking combine and join together when one of them kicks off something. It isn't going to be good. And it's going to cost the lives of thousands. And at the end of the day, the dirty, horrible morality of politics is, how much is the life of one college student worth? Is it worth the life of thousands of soldiers? Billions of dollars? And putting us into another war with 3 nations who are going to get others to join in with them, and we're going to have to get others to join in with us, and no other nation is going to want to help us fight World War III over one college student. That's the terrible dark morality of politics. It isn't right. It isn't just. It's certainly not fair to that one person. These are the decisions that world leaders make every day. And it sucks. But what do you want to do?